What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, all about pressure washing and quote IQ. And in today's video, we're going to be roasting your marketing materials live on air. Mike, you love a good roast. Am I right?
I love roasting all kinds of things. I like roasting walnuts on an open fire. I like roasting marshmallows, and I love roasting
Chestnuts,
people
though, Mike.
and chestnuts. Well, we roast chestnuts, roasting. You're right.
I guess you could walnuts. I don't know. You can roast any nut you want, I guess. We did this last week. If anybody missed it, I showed you guys a bunch of different marketing materials that have worked really well and that you guys could copy, as well as some that haven't. I don't think will work very well because they were poorly put together. Mike's trying to sabotage the live again. This is a recurring theme. Anyway, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at some of your guys' marketing. I also have a new piece of marketing material that I'm going to show you guys that's absolutely genius. And we're going to be breaking down why that is, how you can copy it. And the big thing is if these companies are spending millions of dollars in order to get their marketing in front of people, we would be dumb not to copy it. Right, Mike? And I think that's where, people's biggest problems are.
Oh, I am a avid believer in watching what works and copying it, right? Like I grab stuff from the mail all the time. I get emails all the time and I'm like, "Oh wow, this is really good." And it may not be applicable to your business specifically, but you can massage it and make it work. I do that all the time. So yeah, I love this type of video where we are going to look at other people's stuff. We're going to be able to help them critique it and hopefully massage it so it can generate some more business for them.
Before we get into it, we got links down in the comment section and the description of this video. I'm just going to go through a couple of things. QuoteIQ is actually giving away $5,000 to its top affiliate June 1st. We got less than about 3 weeks. All you need to do in order to be a QuoteIQ affiliate is have an account, and then you need to go into your account, click the settings tab, scroll down to the bottom, click the affiliate program, generate a link, and anybody you get to sign up using this link, you'll get 40% commission on their subscription for the lifetime of that person, as well as, you'll be entered to win $5,000, which we're giving away June 1st. So whoever has the most people signed up through the affiliate program will win $5,000. So it's still on the table. It's still up for grabs. Now, if you guys need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments, all for free, you check out QuoteIQ on the Google Play Store and the App Store. But if you guys want to try any premium tier, you can try it for $1 at myquoteiq.com. So that'll be linked in the comment section description. Our best marketing course that we've ever put together, Local Domination, will be linked in the comment section description. Literally, the secrets for how we land 30, 40, 50, $100,000 jobs. This course is so underpriced for the value that you're going to get within it. And I have to mention it. I have to mention it every single time because if you haven't gotten this course already, you're losing money. You're losing money by not knowing the information in this one. So be sure to check it out. It'll be linked below, as well as we're going to be looking through a lot of marketing material in today's video. If you guys do want to get 1,000 free postcards for free, I will have a link to Postcard Mania down below. This is the postcard provider that Mike uses. And as you guys can see, they do a really good job with all of their templates. Mike, do you want to talk a little bit about how you work with Postcard Mania in order to get some good stuff designed?
Yeah, so for the longest time, I was doing EDDM, which is every door direct mail through the United States Postal Service, which means I would design my cards. I would get my cards printed. Then I would go to the post office and I would, select all. It was a very time-consuming, labor-intensive endeavor. But the payoff, in my opinion, on this type of mail or postcards it's phenomenal. I have postcards going out basically all year long, and with good reason, because the ROI on postcards, while people will say, oh, the postcard ROI is like 2%, but if you understand the numbers, that if you get 5, 6, 7 jobs, you're paying for every single postcard. And these things continually to feed us, because people, when you are repetitive, when you are relentless with your marketing, people they're gonna keep it. They're gonna have it on their desk, and they're gonna say, oh yeah, I'll put this away. I'm not ready now, but I will be. So regardless, I was doing it the hard way, which was through the post office. And then I decided I was going to go with a company. I basically interviewed a couple different companies and kind of settled in on Postcard Mania. They have got a phenomenal team. Their sales team, their support team, their staff is excellent. They will help you with the designing of the cards. They will help you just determine who it is, what your target audience is. It's what's amazing is they can really just kind of bring it on down to exactly the target. Like, do they have what's their salary, what's their house worth, what neighborhood, what zip code. I mean, they can drill it down to basically what street you want in a specific neighborhood, and you can target with just absolute precision. These things work. And like I said, I've been using them for about 2 years now, and I couldn't be happier, right? Money well spent. And like Justin had said, we have teamed up with them. Am I frozen?
Not anymore.
But we've teamed up with Postcard Mania, and they are giving, with your first order, 1,000 free postcards. Now, let me reemphasize: it's not, you don't just call them and say, "I'd like my 1,000 free postcards." That's not how it works. Settle down with that, Justin.
I'm just getting excited with the buttons over here. Mike, keep going.
I know. But yeah, so it's with your first order. So you actually have to purchase, and they will give you an additional 1,000 postcards on top of your order. And, best of luck. And also, they've got phenomenal designs. They've got great people. You can send them pictures. They can include those, whatever you want to do. Your logos, obviously custom made for your business. So
just stuff. For anybody that missed it, that was one of the biggest things we talked about last time was marketing materials that you just get off of other websites that are kind of like not.
Don't show it. Jesus Christ. Put it down.
It's a prop on my desk now.
It doesn't matter. Throw it in the garbage can, please.
Okay, well, let's
No, put it down. This is what I want. Okay. There are business cards that do not perform. Okay. There are business cards that do perform. This is one of my business cards. It's super simple. It has nothing special on it. This is not an ideal business card for most businesses, right? There are key elements that you need to include on business cards. You need to be unique. You need your business card to stand out. You don't want it to look like something that you picked up, from a Vistaprint or, whoever. And it was like a template, like, okay, yep, pressure washing. Yep. I'm going to check that. Yep. Just put my company name and my info in. Don't do that. Like, put a little effort in, and, have a nice logo put in, do the things that you need to do, which we'll talk about today. And if you missed it, you can go check out the last live that we did where we kind of dove into that. But Justin took a very hard stance on.
I did. I think hard. Okay, and I do. Okay, so the person whose card that we talked about previously, which I won't show, which Seth says you won't show the card again. He saw the video, and he just had mentioned that one of the biggest things that he was worried about was that younger guys would see it and they would be discouraged at the fact that I was saying that wasn't necessarily a good business card. All I'm saying is, if you take the time to take the action to make the card, that is a win in your book. Okay. You did a good job. The biggest thing is, I don't want you guys to spend a bunch of money on 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 postcards or in this case, business cards that aren't going to move the needle. That's why we're making these videos. So it's less about the action. If you take the action to get business cards, bravo, you did a good job. Now let's take it a step further and see if we can't get the highest return on that action. Right. So that's all I'm saying. I'm throwing this one away. I won't bring it up again. I'm sure.
And the thing about it is it's one of the things that we talk about all the time is you, with all of your marketing, you are going to see what works. You're going to see what doesn't work, and you're going to tweak. We talk about it all the time. A/B splitting. If you've got a poor ROI on something, then what do? You don't use that, or you tweak it until you do get a good ROI. And so with all of that being said, that's what these videos are about. We want to show, and people are sending us their stuff because they want honest opinions. And also understand, these are just opinions. This is just two guys, random people on the interweb who, have got a little bit of experience, have got a little bit about marketing background, have been in business for a while, and we know what has worked for us. So we're going to relay what works for us, what we think works, what we have seen work, the things that we see that we want to emulate that work, right? So that's what we're going to talk about.
And by no means is this bullying or anything. Our the only underlying motivation here is just to give you guys information and context to go off of whenever you're creating your own marketing materials and how you can get the best results with those. Right. So with that being said, if you guys want us to roast your business cards, flyers, yard signs, whatever you got, you can
or critique.
or critique, not roast. Roast is just a fun word, right?
Yeah.
Like chestnuts on an open fire, right, Mike?
Yep.
So, or walnuts, either way, whatever you like
Any
to
kind of
roast.
nuts.
Email us at support@quoteiq.io. It's on the bottom of the screen right here. We'll bring in the card and I will let you guys know. Now, the first two that we're going to be looking at in today's video obviously have taken courses from us, or they've taken, some of our more advanced learning materials, if you will, because you can see some elements within these guys' marketing that is representative of that. I'm gonna show a couple people in the chat before we jump into that, and we'll jump in. I also have a really good piece here that I mentioned before that I think you guys are gonna get a lot of value out of. Exterior Cleaning Solutions, St. Louis. How do we get roasted? Email us, support@quoteiq.io. Okay, Caesar Nunez. What's up, guys? What's up, Caesar? Happy to have you. Payne's Pressure Washing. Always good to have him in the house. Next Door Power Washing. Hey, fellas. Thank you for all the help and advice. Easy Beeswax.
I like it.
Pretty good. Nice pick of his dog as well. Keith says, good to see you, fellas. Haven't been in the office during the day and weeks.
That's a good problem to have, Keith. I'm glad.
Unless you're running your own company, like, I don't know. Anyway, Keith says he's working 2 Quote IQ screens while he's watching. So we appreciate it. Keith also says that it's unrelated, but invoice backdating. This is something that we're working on, Keith. We have a long list of things that we're working on, so just know that this is on the list, and we're going to get it in there for you. Which is one of the things that me and Mike pride ourselves on is the fact that we take feedback from users, and we always have the user in mind. Quote IQ. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to check it out. Second link in the comment section description. Okay, Seth Sharp says I won't show it again. I probably won't. Highland Services. Hey guys, finally got to catch you live. We're happy to have you here. I just want to run through the chat so you guys know this is live. Clean Wash. Love Mike's hat. Where can I get one? Mike? That's a custom creation right there.
These are custom hats.
They are. So that's high ticket. How do you say that, Mike?
Achilles.
Katute. You guys rock. Always good nuggets. Appreciate you. We appreciate you. I'm going to call him AC. AC in the building. We appreciate you.
I like it.
Okay, one other thing I wanted to mention about Postcard Mania. I know we had talked about using templates, right? The good thing about Postcard Mania is they actually have the templates that we would really recommend. Like, these look good. They have all the elements that we had spoken about previously that you guys can kind of utilize. And Mike, you kind of worked off of some of these templates as well, right? I know you have some custom things in there, though.
Yeah, most of these are just, templates that they have created over time that, that work for them. I've not used any of these specific templates. I have all of my own custom, made ones. And at one point, and I don't even know if that's going to even be on the table, but we had designed a bunch of cards with Postcard Mania, and it's just kind of fallen to the wayside because we've gotten so involved and busy with other ventures that we've not really sealed a deal with them on that. But regardless, these guys can take care of you. They've got a lot of good options, whether it's, and this is not even the full breadth of what they have to offer. They've got roof cleaning, they've got, pool services, gutter vent cleaning, you name it. They've got the ability to do that. And like I said, they've got a great team.
I think the coolest thing, though, is they work with you to build it. So if you have like some things that you want to recommend or things you want changed, you can actually get them to do that. They have a bunch of people in-house that do all that kind of stuff. But if you guys want to see a foot reveal, as well as all of Mike's marketing material reveal, I'm just kidding. There's no fee reveal on this. Be sure to check out Local Domination 2 course. Like I said, it is the best piece of, accumulative information we've ever put together with regards to marketing. Over 6 hours of information. So if you guys do get a lot of value out of these videos, you can only imagine what you're going to get from those. So,
yep.
Okay.
I do want to do. Oh, look, I use Postcard Mania. They rock. That's awesome. Ozark Pressure Wash. I want to just give this guy a little piece of advice right here. Me, Queen, or this lady, girl.
Okay, Queen. I want to read it. Then we go into it. Any advice on how to approach a local restaurant about cleaning their outside dining? I've never pitched anything to anyone, but I do know the owner.
Okay, well, you know the owner, so you've kind of got your foot in the door there. You're not going to have to. I see you're
She's a lady, Mike. She's a queen.
I know. She is a queen. I do see, obviously you've got an advantage because you do know the owner, and this can work to your advantage in several areas. A, it's going to remove the gatekeeper that's going to try to keep you away from talking to the decision maker. But B, you can leverage that relationship into other business. Hopefully, if you can get in there, you can prove that you know what you're doing, you perform, you get some good before and after pictures, you get some good video of you doing the sidewalk, the exterior cleaning, then you're going to use the marketing to gain and capture more business just like that. When you have reviews, when you have referrals, when you have credibility because you've got an existing portfolio of work, then you are one step ahead, and that's going to allow you to get in there easier. What I was going to say is what I've found is for restaurants, be the customer, right? If you don't know the owner, you say you've not pitched anything to anybody. If you don't know the owner, then what I like to do is I go have lunch there. I go have dinner there. I'm sitting there with my wife, the kids, whatever the case is. The waiter comes over, the waitress, the server, whatever, and they say, hey, thank you here's your check. What I was like, hey, is the manager in? Is the general manager in? Yeah. Is there a problem? No, not at all. But I'd like to just have a little chit chat with you, with the general manager. Of course, I'm the customer. So guess who comes over? The general manager. I'm not somebody that's soliciting. I'm not somebody that's, knocking and waiting at the front desk or waiting at the podium where the little girl that seats you is. I'm now a customer. So I'm in the driver's seat. I'm in control. I have the authority for the most part. Comes over, hey, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Jason did a phenomenal job. What a great employee. Really made the experience great. What I did notice when I was walking in is your dumpster area kind of smelled. And I noticed a lot of, just build up on the front sidewalk as well. And I know that, there's health issues that, you have to deal with. And I happen to own a pressure washing business, and we do a lot of this, that, or the other. Here's my card. I'd like to get one of your cards too. And typically, you might even ask for his card up front, because once you start trying to sell, he might kind of step back, but you still are his customer, right? You're a paying customer. You've got an advantage there. So I would like to, that's kind of how I like to approach it, and say, and if it's restaurant work, right? Route work, this is consistent. They need it done on a consistent basis. You could even throw something at them like, hey, listen, if you want to do it once a month or every 2 weeks, whatever the case is, we can do the third cleaning for free. And this will incentivize you guys to give us the opportunity. And I promise you, we're going to do a great job, whatever your thing is. That's what I would do.
Excellent. I love what you said, Mike, about breaking down the barrier of the person that's going to be making the purchasing decision. So that way you're not selling them right out of the gate. I think that's what turns a lot of people off, especially because we're constantly being sold. If you guys have GMBs, I get people calling me all the time. Hey, can I build your website? Hey, this isn't converting. Mike, how many dude, you guys would not believe how many DMs a day we get from people saying, I could make you $10,000 to $50,000 if you just let me build this for you. And it's just like, selling out of the gate is never a good way to go. I love when you're the customer, it's just like, hey, this is my criticism, it's my feedback for you, and it really allows you to get your foot in the door. Love it, Mike. We got a couple people in here that are just saying some really nice things, so I want to shout them out. First one is Enzo. Enzo said, lot to learn from you guys. Justin was the one that made me start a bin cleaning as a side hustle. Now I have a nice pressure washer and soft wash trailer. Thank all four of you. We really appreciate that, Enzo. That's awesome. We have one more to read. I just love these. Like me and Mike, you guys probably, I don't know if you know this or not, but we get some hate on the internet for the things that we talk about and stuff like that.
What?
It's kind of a prerequisite though. You got to, and so anybody, if you ever get hate in your life, it's a good sign and signal to yourself that you're actually doing something good and something worthwhile. Okay. So we get a lot of hate, but we also get a lot of love. Here's Jason. Was lost in what I wanted to do in life. Used to work 40-hour weeks doing construction between semesters. Found you guys and have never looked back. Just wanted to say thank you. Jason, we really appreciate that, man. It's fucking awesome. So anyway, if you guys think that the information we give away, I'm going to say this again. If you think the information we give away in these videos are good.
Hold on. Queen, don't give away the free cleaning first, because what can end up happening is they'll take the free cleaning and they'll never call you again. Give them the third cleaning for free.
Unless there's one caveat to that. If you guys think these are good, be sure to check out the courses, because they're just like these kind of talks on steroids. I'm telling you guys, do this. We have a girl and she also owns a pressure washing business. She does a test spot. And the beautiful thing about a test spot is once somebody sees something clean, they can never unsee it again. Okay. So if something's dirty, they can easily look past it because all of it's dirty. But if part of it's clean, you can never unsee it. So Mike was saying, don't do the first cleaning for free, but you can always say, hey, I'll come by and just do a test spot for you guys so you guys can see how good it can turn out. And once you clean one spot of it, make sure it's visible for everybody. Make sure it's visible for the guests that come there. Like, dude, clean like right by the front door. You know what I mean? So you can't miss it.
Right.
And then,
and unless you live in Savannah, Queen, then I wouldn't even do it.
Hey, but what was that restaurant again?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So we'll go ahead and jump in. We do have a couple to roast. If you guys do want us to roast your marketing materials, I'll pop it up again. All you got to do is send us an email to support@quoteiq.io. And we're probably going to do a couple here. If I see some other ones coming through, let me know. But let's go ahead and look at some of these. Okay, so these, like I said, are better than last week's. Okay, so let's look at the first one. The first one was Brent O. He actually sent his in last week, and we got a couple of things to look at. But let's look at his business card first. And when you see this, Mike, what's your first thought when you see something like this?
Well, honestly, this is not a terrible card at all. There's a couple key elements that I like. I like the front and center logo. I like the fact that he's got a QR code. I'm assuming that takes him to his website. It would be even better if it took it to like your InstaQuote. If you've got Quote IQ and have the ultimate package, it can take them directly to a place where they can get an online quote immediately, right? Because ultimately that's what these people want. They don't want to talk to you really. They don't want to know a whole lot about you or your business or your equipment. They are coming for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to see how much it's going to cost them to get whatever it is they need clean. So if you can give them a very fast, a very quick way to what they need, which is the quote, something like InstaQuote gives them this ability, right? They type in their information, which is good. Then you can market to them. They type in their address, their, the square footage, all the questions that you've set up, so you can drill down and give them a very accurate quote instantly. Boom. Then you're on to the next step. So that's the first thing that I really like is the QR code on that particular business card. He also has the ECP certification that gives a little bit of credibility, a little bit of social proofing, if you would. Very similar to saying like, the most 5-star reviews in our area, stuff like that. And other than that, like he's got his little licensed and insured, which is good. I wouldn't take owner operator. Like I'd get that here, go back to the front. I'd get rid of that simply because it doesn't matter who you are, right? They don't care if you're the owner, the operator, the CEO, the chief of, washing. Brent Osborne is good enough, in my opinion, and it takes up less space. And I'm assuming that's his website, email address, and phone number. So good stuff.
I completely agree. My first reaction to this is it looks like something that was professionally designed, especially his logo. You can tell that he did not design his logo. So I always lean on the side of professionally designed marketing materials just because they feel more premium than something that somebody put together. I don't know if you guys remember what we looked at last week. You probably don't, but it did not feel as pristine. So I do like the social proofing with the exterior cleaning logo from How to Wash. And the other thing is, like I said, these guys have taken our courses before, so they've kind of seen some of the back end stuff of what we do with our own marketing. I love how he's got all of his services on here. My biggest critique would be I would love to see that QR code blown up on the back side of this, maybe where your logo is, with over the top, save 10% when you get a quote here. And then like Mike was saying, what you can do is actually take these people into InstaQuote, which if you guys want to try InstaQuote, you can actually try it on the website at myquoteiq.com. And then all it would do is it would populate them right into this page, which of course is loading now. And it would populate them right into here. And if they got a quote through here, they could mention it and they could save 10%. But they get a quote on anything: house wash, roof wash. They can upsell themselves on things that they didn't even know you offered.
And that's the beautiful thing, right? Is a lot of people, they come in with the intent to just get a house wash, get their driveway clean. But then all of a sudden you're presenting them with a gutter cleaning. Wow, it's been a few years since I've had my gutters cleaned. A roof cleaning. You guys can clean roofs? I thought I was going to have to live with the black streaks on my roof. All of these things. And now they're turning an estimate into an options estimate where they're clicking and getting quotes on all these different services. And then they're presented with all these different prices, and they can just click on the ones they want, see what the price is. Maybe it's in their budget. Maybe it's not. Okay, maybe I'm not going to get the gutters cleaned this year. Okay, boom, that's within my price range. And now, instead of just doing a house wash, now you've got 3 different services that you're doing. You're going to be at that property a lot longer. I mean, it's just a no-brainer.
The other secret to what makes InstaQuote so great is the fact that it's an options estimate. So they can always just deny any options that they don't want. So that's why we created it that way, to give them the option to quote themselves on as many services as possible. And if they're like, hey, this one's a little bit more expensive, we'll get this one instead. It just really facilitates that kind of making them purchase more, which increases your average ticket price, which if you guys didn't know, if we could literally double or triple the average ticket price of every customer that came into our business, we'd have to get half the customers to make the exact same money. Right, Mike?
Yep.
So that's the goal. I think it's Roman. I saw his email come through. He says, will I roast a Facebook ad? I will not, unfortunately. That's some stuff that we do within the inner circle. I apologize, Roman. He said he loves the ad strategy. But, for these videos, we're keeping it strictly more so physical marketing. So
Tactile.
That's right. You can hold it in your hand. So
but
anyway,
real quick, if you guys do want to get a little insight into some of the marketing that we do as far as Facebook goes, I have not always been a huge Facebook advocate. I'm more of a Google guy because that's just what I like better. But we started to run some video ads on Facebook, and they have had a huge return. And Justin actually put together a free, absolutely free right here, this little training video on what he's doing with his video ads to convert potential customers, people that are just scrolling through to stop, look, and schedule, right? And so he walks you through everything that you need to do. You can take the exact script. You can go out and film yourself working, get somebody to film you, edit everything up, put a voiceover, put your company logo, all your company information in there, and create, an ad that you can run on Facebook. And these things really do perform. They convert way better, in my opinion, and in my experience, than just some pictures, even before and after, or something striking that, is because you've got satisfying footage. You've got something that's going to catch the attention, a good voiceover. All these things come into play, music in the background. All these things come into play that, when people are just scrolling through and their intent is not for purchasing your services, they're going to blow right by those boring ass ads until they see some surface cleaner going across dirty concrete and it's absolutely clean. And they're like, oh, wow, this is awesome. And then they start hearing it. And so that engagement is what's going to get you more business. And then what we've also done is, if you don't feel like going out and editing and filming and doing voiceovers and the graphics on top and figuring all that stuff out, because it is a lot. And you've got time that you need to be spending on bigger, better things. We've put together an entire library of pre-made video ads that we will customize with your logo, your company information, a custom voiceover, everything specific to your business. We've got everything from a general washing video, which is our most popular, to house washing, roof washing, window cleaning. We've got trash bin cleaning, dryer vents, line striping, and everything in between. We've got a couple new ones. We've got fence cleaning and painting, exterior painting coming within the next couple days. So if you guys are interested in that, these things are priced so ridiculously cheap that you will pay for the ad, and they're $50 off right now. They'll pay for themselves with like a quarter of the first job that you sell.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to check those out, qiqads.com. I'll leave it linked in the comment section description. But yeah, just as Mike's saying, in that video, I break down why video ads work so much better. And it's because they're harder to make. How many people do you know that can take a before and after picture? Anybody. How many people do you know that can do video well with transitions, with captions, with voiceovers, with music behind it? And just like Ozark Pressure Washer is saying right here, it blows my mind how many views pressure washing videos or TikToks get. People love just watching it. And that is what makes the difference between good marketing and, so anybody can do the picture ads. That's why we wanted to make it to where you guys could do the video ads really well. And they look good, they're satisfying, and that's what gets that attention right off the bat. And then we're able to relay an offer to them as well.
Right. And, it's hitting the pain points. And I mean, it is a sales video. That is what this thing was designed. Each of these were designed to hit specific pain points that we know exist, how we're going to solve these things, and we're going to do it in an entertaining, satisfying manner, which is going to get people to stop scrolling, and it's going to get them to click on whatever, your business. So it's what we want.
So we're gonna go into the next one here, but I just want to let you guys know I got this right here. This is some more mail that I got that I thought was really, really good, and I'm gonna show you guys this here in a bit. And it's got some new stuff that we haven't really talked about. So stay with us towards the end. I'm gonna probably show that. We got Chris in the house. Chris says, "Yo." Queen
Chris?
says that she appreciates us. Absolutely, Queen. Keep slaying. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, I agree with what you guys are saying. I have people message me on Facebook asking me to make them ads. Dude, when you know the recipe for how to make a good ad, they're going to ask you all the time because people don't know. They don't know how to film themselves working. They don't know how to edit it. They don't know how to do the voiceovers. And if they do, like your video is going to be pretty bad. So he also sent in this other piece of marketing, which is really good. It's very similar to this design. I want you guys to notice this because he sent in 3 different pieces. Mike specifically talked about branding last time. If you guys notice, all of his marketing material is branded very similarly. So, Mike, do you want to talk about the importance of branding and why that's a good thing?
Consistency and continuity across all of your marketing is absolutely critical when you're trying to create a brand. And what do people trust? People trust brands, right? That was one of the things that I did very well early on, even though I didn't know I was doing it initially, was I wanted to have the appearance of a very professional company. I wanted to seem bigger than we actually were when we were first starting. And how do you do that? You do that by not skimping and not doing it the cheap way and not, making flyers and Xerox copying them like from a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet, right? Spend a couple extra bucks. And that's the beautiful thing about what we have today with AI and with all of the online resources we have. Fiverr, you can get incredible professional looking marketing material made for next to nothing. And this is going to set you apart from the guy that's got a piece of paper that's, handing stuff around the neighborhood. So, but branding and consistency throughout, like I said, throughout all of your marketing material, your truck wrap, the signage on your trucks, your uniforms, your postcards, your flyers, your business cards, all of that, when it all feels like it's the same, people will see it and they will remember it. If you've got 5 different pieces of marketing and they all look completely different, guess what? There's no memory, right? No memory retention. People are just gonna be like, oh, another pressure washing thing. But if they keep saying that, seeing the same colors, the same branding, the same font, right? Then it's gonna start to click, and they're gonna be like, oh, it's a brand. This is something bigger than just some dude in a truck washing shit. It is a brand, and people trust brands. You would rather go, and I don't eat this stuff, but you would rather go to McDonald's than Ronnie's, or you'd rather go to Chick-fil-A than Barney's Chicken Shack, because you trust that the quality, you trust in the brand, you trust in the what's behind it, as opposed to some one-off janky looking copycat. So,
Mike, let's be honest. You love Barney's Chicken Shack. I don't know why you're making fun of that.
I've never been.
I'm just kidding. Is that real? I thought you were
No,
joking.
it's not real. Ronnie's is real, and it's absolutely disgusting. If you're from Savannah, or if you've ever driven through, you might get lured in because it's kind of a diner feel, but then the cockroaches and the smell of rancid meat will run you away. And if Ronnie's watching, you're disgusting.
And that's why people like branded stuff. That's why they choose McDonald's, because they know it's the same over the course of the whole brand. It's consistency. So Mike has said this a couple of times in different videos that people asked him early on, and they probably still do ask him,
are you a franchise?
Because everything is so branded and so well put together. And what does that do? It levels up the way you are perceived in your customer's mindset. And so, if they had a good experience with you, if everything's branded, you feel like a premium brand. And that's why when a lot of people switch over to Quote IQ and they start sending estimates and invoices through Quote IQ, they tell us all the time, dude, people like sending these to friends and family. They're like, who are you? They're like, because they look so good, they look so professional, and it's leveling themselves up in the mind of the consumer. So very important stuff.
Well, and just kind of to throw on top of that, as far, and obviously I love Quote IQ, but it really does allow you to not only level your game up as far as presentation of your business and yourself, but that goes hand in hand with what you're able to charge, right? When there's a premium feel, when there's a premium quality, when people are seeing value in just your marketing material, right? they're going to pay a little bit more. And if you're targeting the right people, those people, they get it, right? They've got nice stuff, and they don't necessarily care if the shirt at Walmart's cheaper than the one from,
Lululemon.
Lululemon. So it allows you, when you have built a brand, when you've got that trust, right? Because of the branding, you can charge more. So that's and what I was going to say also is, if say I'm a homeowner and my intent is to get a couple estimates, and I call a couple different people, and the first guy's like, he's like, oh yeah, I'll be over there on Thursday, give you an estimate. Perfect. That's probably not going to work for me because I've got a volleyball game. I'm working all day, and I won't be home. So that guy's already lost out. Second guy, maybe he's like, oh, I'm familiar with the area. How many square feet is your house? Okay, here's the price. Okay, that's cool as well, right? If you're good, but it also lacks a little bit of professionalism in the mind of a lot of consumers, because they're like, oh, you don't need to come see my house, don't you want? Or the third guy that they call pulls out Quote IQ, pulls up the map measuring tool, measures everything out, looks at Street View, can see the house, can make any adjustments he needs to the cost, and then shoots the customer a text or an email with a professional thing that they can either accept or decline. It's got all the bells and whistles. They can, and it also gives you the opportunity to upsell. Like, they only wanted a house wash, but I'm also going to give them pricing on a roof, a driveway, exterior windows, gutter cleaning, whatever, if you choose to do that. But it looks so much better. They open it up on their phone. They're like, oh wow, this is legit. This feels like a business that I want to do business with because it's so professional. Ding, ding, ding. Now they're on the schedule. So those are the things that really can make a difference in your business that do not cost a lot of money, right? These are the things that can level up your business. These are the things that can allow you to generate more income because you're able to charge more just by investing a few extra bucks a month in your business. So
we're giving you guys high level stuff here because this is stuff that me and Mike utilize even with regards to Quote IQ. It is a constant. How can we be more on brand? What is our brand message? How can we tweak things in order to make them perform better? So all we're giving you guys is exactly what we do on a day in, day out basis, to help our company grow. Mike, Adam had a good question here. What if somebody copied your logo? What would you do?
What do you mean? Someone would copy my logo?
Your all about pressure washing logo.
No, I know. I'm kidding. My logo is the most stolen logo in the history of logos in the pressure washing industry. I actually made a video about it. I'll put a link in the in this here thing so you can watch it. But Adam, people do steal my logo all the time. In fact, I just saw one the other day, and it was like hire a dad pressurewashing.com or some silly shit like that. And he had my logo. Now, back in the day, I would have my attorney sending cease and desist letters all the time. Like, it would wear me out. It would wear them out. It would cost me some money. If you're asking specifically about my logo, well, mine is copyrighted. It's trademarked through the United States government. So I have a means to, send a cease and desist with some credibility. Now, if you've got a logo and somebody steals it, you've got a couple options. Now, just because you don't have it trademarked doesn't mean it's not yours. If you can show you were the first one and there is a legitimate, like if it's someone in your area that's like trying to, has ill will and is trying to like get in on your business by basically copying your stuff, there are legal actions you can take. But if you've got a unique logo that you're proud of, invest in registering it with the federal government because they will protect you.
Which for 99% of everybody watching this is really like, I don't do that because it's just a waste of time. Like, there's much better things you could do with your time. For Mike, though, I mean, for somebody who's like a public figure with regards to this niche, I mean, like, yes. Okay. So we talked about branding, consistency. My big question for Brent would be, where does this take us? The URL or whatever. I mean, what's this called, Mike?
QR code.
Yeah, where does this QR code take us? Because if you'll notice, it's on all the marketing material. One of my favorite things about his door hanger, though, is we got a 25% offer up here at the top. That's a beautiful thing. I would love for it to have a time frame on it, for an expiration. So that way somebody didn't grab it and be like, oh, this is great, but let me throw it in the trash because it's not applicable. But consistency with brand, the only other thing that I would tweak is you really want to, I like to focus all my marketing material to take someone to one place, okay? Because if you have too many places that you take them, they're going to get confused, right? If I got the phone number on there, I got the website on there, I got the email on there, if I got the QR code on there, it's like, where do you want me to go? So I like to drive specifically to the phone number, or if you're using something like InstaQuote, save 10% today when you get your quote here in big QR code. So that would be my only critiques for Brent. We got anything else for Brent?
Mm.
Nope. That's everything. Okay, sweet. The next one that you guys are going to see, let's pull it up, has obviously watched some of our stuff before, Mike. 10% off driveway cleanings with the purchase of a house wash and a before and after picture. Beautiful logo. And the whole thing looks branded. This one, I will say, my only critique off the bat is it looks a little busy. It's like, where do I focus? I guess my attention goes immediately to the offer, which is beautiful.
So yes, and my critique of this is, how do we read? We read from top to bottom, left to right. So think about that when you're designing, or you're having somebody design your marketing material. Think about where your eyes go, and it's think about how you go when you're reading a book or a magazine or a newspaper or anything, and then look at marketing materials when you are out of the mailbox, and the ones that are well designed, they'll take you in that direction that they want you to go. So I would probably put maybe your call to action in the top left, 20% off, 10% off if you schedule today, right? That's where I'm going first. And then, the company logo, not as important, right? A lot of times the company logo, that's just our own ego advertising, right? Like his logo there, it's a good logo. But it's taking up a lot of real estate that maybe could be used elsewhere. Can we see the back of it? Yeah.
So this is how we know too, because these are my before and after pics, the bottom two.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think I think these are great. I like the firefighter owned people. Definitely. We love first responders. We want to support the people that are out there, helping to protect us. So if you're a firefighter, if you're, we've got teachers that do this during the summer, teacher owned. Like, I love that stuff. And I think a lot of people do as well. So, good before and after, vibrant pictures, something that's going to show a drastic change, because ultimately that's what we want to do. We're selling drastic change. These people, they've got something that's dirty and they want it drastically clean. They want it drastically different. And if you can provide social proofing again in the form of your before and after pictures, that's what you want to do.
Okay. A couple things. With regards to your marketing materials, we should be able to eliminate any portion of this card and know exactly what is being referenced. So the biggest thing is I don't think that, like, I would replace, I guess you got firehouse pressure washer cleaning. I love what you said, Mike. I would put that to the left, because obviously we read left to right, top to bottom. But I would actually take out the logo, and then I would put pressure washing really huge at the top. So that way it's immediately clear on what it is. The biggest thing is like, with print marketing in general, you want people to know exactly what it is out of the gate. That's why people lead with like huge, big titles that are like grabby and make you read the rest of it. So that's something that I would focus on, just because if they're up in the air about what it means, they'll just toss it. Like, they won't even think twice. So anyway, great before and after pics. You're going to share yours, Mike?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Maybe. No.
How many thumbs up does this video have? Maybe we can gauge it off of that. If this video does not have enough thumbs up, we can't share it. Anyway, I love the before and after pics. I'm kind of confused on which side is the front, which side is the back. I would assume that this is the back side, but I like the back side a lot. So it feels very premium. So I will say that it just feels a little bit busy. I think we could organize it a little bit differently.
Can I see it one more time?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I dig it. Probably what I would have done differently is the picture on the left. Obviously, that is that's just like, from not Google, but that's definitely not this guy, because that looks like some strange pressure washing wand. But instead of having like the transparency dark, I maybe would have gone with like a lighter transparent, on top of that picture, because I think it's just a little dark. But again, that's very minimal. This is a good card.
It is. It's a very good card. We are just, you sent your card in to get roasted, and so we are just anywhere we can kind of find some little angles to make it better. That's all we're doing right here. But obviously, this is better than, I would say, probably 85 to 90% of anybody who has a business. I mean, dude, like, the back has really good before and afters. A couple things restructured we'd be really happy with it. And yeah, I like that he didn't put too many places. He said, you can visit us here on our website, or you can schedule your free estimate today. Left his phone number. Schedule today for a free estimate. When do you want them to take action? Today. What do they get in return for that? A free estimate. I like that because a lot of these materials didn't have any call to action in that way. So, but good card overall. Yeah, look, I use business cards that I can write on for small notes. That's something that we talked about last week that we thought was a genius
Good
idea.
stuff for sure.
You can put in, quotes and things of that nature. Chris says he's thinking about starting a magazine, and then Mike asked a men's adult magazine.
Well, Chris is a handsome gentleman, and I think that if there was to be a magazine featuring him in provocative poses, possibly with a striping machine, possibly with yellow paint on them, I think it would sell really well.
You think? Would you buy a copy, Mike?
I'd buy them all.
Oh, wow. I think they do really well at local doctors' offices as well. Specifically HIV clinics. I don't know. All right, I don't want to get this video unsubscribed or on whatever monetized. All right, we got to make money somehow. Am I right, Mike?
Hey, you got that right.
Okay, how can I send in my card? Let me pop this back on the screen. Send us an email to support@quoteiq.io. We probably got room for one more. So if someone else wants to get roasted, you can send it in. Yeah. What do you think, Mike? You got room for one more or what?
Sure. Yeah, 45 minutes. Wow.
Let's go through the piece of marketing that I thought was genius. Is that okay with you, Mike? If we do that?
I would love to see it.
Let's do it. All right. So this specific piece of marketing is for an air conditioned tune-up. Okay.
Oh yeah, you showed me this. This is good.
Yes. Now, one of the things with regards to marketing is you can invent things. What is an air conditioned tune-up, Mike? You tell me, because I've been around for a while. I've never heard of it before.
They do them like the spring service, like the tune-up. It's a nice little like marketing touch, right? It's like they're creating, and we've talked about this, right? Like, if you name it, you own it, and there you go, right? So I think it's a brilliant thing. It's an air conditioning tune-up. I love it.
Okay.
Can't see a thing.
Hold on. That's what I'm trying to get in focus. Okay, so we got their air conditioned tune-up, right? I would bet that this is, obviously in the summer is probably their busiest months, right? And that's where they get most of their calls from. I would bet right now they're trying to get that amped up before we move into the summer months. So they created their own verbiage here, air conditioned tune-up, right? Because you associate it with the car, right? The car needs a tune-up. The air conditioner probably does too. And we're right before summer, which they have a timeline here, which is beautiful, kind of giving you guys an indication of that. And then they did something even more genius. They gave me a service credit, okay? I've never used this company. Why would I get a service credit? But they're giving me $30 free, right? And then not only am I getting $30 for free, they're giving me a time frame in which to redeem it. It must be redeemed by May 31st, 2024. So what do we talk about was the biggest things, right? You needed to have some type of scarcity, some type of time frame, and you need to have some kind of offer. So in order for me to get this $30 credit, I need to take advantage of it before May 31st. So pretty cool stuff. And you guys will notice, right? We always say, where does our attention immediately get drawn? Basically, everything in bold is the most important things that you guys need to be seeing here. So air conditioned tune-up, that must be done by May 31st, and you get a service credit of $30. I don't even have to read any of the other text right here to know exactly what this means right off the bat. So this is a really good piece of marketing material, in my personal opinion. Mike, you want to say anything else about it?
Yeah, the idea is amazing. The execution is ass. Like, to me, that was just jank-y.
Why it looks janky because it's green?
Yeah, it looks like when you get certified mail from the post office, that's the thing that's stuck on the package. It just looks like not super duper to me. What's on the backside?
Nothing. It's blank.
Yeah, completely.
So, yeah, execution. Yeah, execution was probably ass on it, but the principles behind it, the creating your own terminology, the free credit.
Brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant. I would have, like, if I was an AC guy, right? And I would guess, during winter is fading away, so you're not working on the heating systems anymore, right? And AC time is coming in the summer where you're going to be busy as shit and you're going to be up in hot attics and under whatever, it's going to be brutal. And I'm sure, just like you said, Justin, that this time for them, right, leading up is probably a slow time of year. And this is a brilliant tactic, right? Market when you're slowest, come up with something, create something that is going to incentivize people to come and have your business do whatever it is that you do. These guys came up with the AC tune-up, which is absolutely brilliant. I probably would have leaned into, like, when was the last time, maybe, we talk about scarcity. I want to talk about scaring people. Oh, this is great. An ad just popped up on my phone for Mint Mobile, and I want to talk about that. But you can use, a little fear also to help motivate people. We can use in our business mold, mildew. It's unhealthy, right? The air quality, like all of those things. They're true, but they also, there's some like, oh, I don't really want mold on my house. I don't want mildew growing. I don't want it to come inside my house. I need to clean it. When was the last time you had your AC? Don't let your AC die this summer. When was the last time you had your AC serviced, tuned up, right? Use your own language. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of good value in that card that we can pull from and improve upon as well.
And so if we were to kind of take that card and say, how can we use it for pressure washing? Okay, how can we create our own verbiage around scarcity within terms of getting something cleaned? An HOA violation is a good way to do that.
Oh,
so,
you bastard. Why are you
you don't want to say it. If you made it this far in the video, you're getting rewarded. And we appreciate you guys for hanging out. But okay, I won't give away anything else. I'll keep it at that.
Be careful with this, then, because
okay, one of the reasons why Mike is such a successful person with regards to the business is his
I don't give a fuck.
Right, lack of fear when it comes repercussions. I have another
but you're able to do that once you've gotten to a certain place where you're not dependent on every single call that comes in, right? Man. I probably got 5 or 10 emails or messages from my service yesterday that I won't even return because it's not something that I'm interested in doing. I'd like for you to come and give me a quote on my back patio. No. I've got a balcony at my, no. We've got an apartment complex with 12 buildings. Yes. Right. Those are the ones. But you also have to understand that some of the marketing tactics that I employ may not be suitable for new businesses because, I'll send out an email to my big list and I might have 30 people unsubscribe because of the subject line. But guess what? I don't care. Right. If they're that easily upset or offended, they were probably going to be a problem for my business anyway. And I don't want them. I don't need them. And farewell and good riddance. But I think, sometimes taking a little risk in some of the things that you do, like, maybe sending out an email to, a couple thousand people in a specific neighborhood saying HOA violation is a subject line, and then following it up with, saying, aren't you glad you didn't get that, email? And make sure you don't by, calling All American. Here's our phone number. Get a free quote here, 20% off if you do it by this date.
This gave me a really good idea, Mike, for what our next live stream topic is. So I want you to hold Mint Mobile, and I want to talk about it for the next time, if that's okay. Because I think it all fits into a theme. And for anybody who knows anything about video creation, it's good to have an overarching theme that we can then press into. Like, for example, this video and the roasting of your guys' marketing materials. So we got another card came through that we're going to take a look at here in just a second. But if you want to cultivate that kind of choice within your business, you need to check out Local Domination 2. I can't say this enough. The amount of money that you're going to spend on this course is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to us for what you're going to get on the other side of it. We literally have landed $30, $40, $50, $100,000 worth of jobs with the information that we teach within this course. Do not let, course sellers on YouTube, blah, 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 hold you back from getting this information and utilizing it within your business. Secondly, if you're somebody that needs to send mass emails, be sure to check out Quote IQ. You guys can try it for $1 at myquoteiq.com. And you can actually send out mass emails specifically from Quote IQ. That's one of the biggest reasons why you're not taking advantage of the people that you've serviced in the past, because you're not sending out emails. You're not getting back in front of these people. You're not showing them what the other services that you're offering. And so if you guys want to take advantage of that, be sure to check out Quote IQ down below. All right, Mike, are we ready to hop into the last one that we're going to look at?
Oh, I can't wait, Justin.
Okay, here we go. 2 comments and then we'll jump in. Mike be getting them big buildings, boy. Cody voice. Yes, indeed. How big of a job would you tackle? 5.5. We can answer that after this one. All right, here we go. This is from he's taken how to wash before. I think he's taken multiple courses, as well as he is a Quote IQ user. We actually just talked to this guy today. Yeah.
Matt.
So we like this guy. Okay. Dude, this card looks fire to me. Like, I absolutely love it.
So this is interesting. And I love this. This card has got this what I'm about to share predates me on YouTube. This predates anything, right? This was, and I'll bet you it's still out there, but I'm not sure. So years and years ago, probably 10, 11 years ago, when Fiverr first came out, I was using them for my own business, right? And I've never told you this, Justin, either.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
And so, like, I always fancied myself as a good marketer, a good salesperson. I was in the exterior cleaning niche, and I had a tremendous amount of beautiful, postcards, flyers, just documents that I thought were of tremendous value. And I was like, oh shit, let's put them on Fiverr and see what happens. And so that card that Matt had, it looks very, very similar with the bullet points and just the visualization of the house behind him, right? But I did one where it was each of these little things right on top of where it was on the house, and so people could see, they'd get the card and they'd be like, oh yeah, gutter cleaning, roof washing, concrete cleaning, and it just visually it brings their eyes all over the card to the areas that we're trying to bring their attention to. But yeah, so I think I sold probably $25 worth of stuff back then.
Absolutely. Okay, so the biggest thing is that Matt is a student of the game, okay? Matt is a guy who's constantly evolving, constantly learning, and he's utilizing this information within his business. He actually told us today that he has a full-time job. He only washes 1 day a week, and he's been able to make over $30,000. He made it $30,000 his first year working 1 day a week, okay?
And he's already eclipsed that this year.
And he's already beat it this year, which we're only halfway through the year for anybody who hasn't kept track with the year.
Halfway through, yeah.
Not even halfway through. So he's a student of the game, constantly evolving, and he's learning. All right, so let's break this down from top to bottom, left to right. Obviously, this is pristine window cleaning, beautiful. Okay, 5-star rated company. I like that we added that in there. It just makes for some good social proofing. Obviously, we got some more social proofing with regards to the certified. Call or text today for your free quote, and then we have our services here. My only worry for Matt is that people will not know that he does pressure washing, because like pristine window cleaning, obviously it says window cleaning, and then house wash, roof wash, gutter cleaning, solar panel cleaning. I just worry that his name kind of like boxes.
Yeah. So a lot of companies there's an evolution of the business, right? Maybe, and I don't know his backstory, but maybe he did start off just, window cleaning. And then he saw the writing on the wall and understood that there is a great opportunity for, additional services like pressure washing, like whatever. So my suggestion, and Matt, if you're watching, I would slowly evolve from pristine window cleaning to pristine exterior cleaning, and, keep the website the same, change the logo, and then over time, slowly change everything over. And I know, with like, you've got a great, company shirt, and I want to touch on that in a second too. You've got a great, the logo is good. Everything's, it's a spread across all your marketing, which I like. But yeah, it does kind of pigeon-toe you. Is that the pigeonhole?
Yeah, pigeonhole you.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I think it's a good. I think it's something to think about for the future moving forward. Especially, we talked today. If you're looking to move into this in more of a full-time operation. So I want to say 2 things. Put that back up. Okay, so Matt's wearing his company shirt, good looking shirt, not overly ridiculous. A lot of these fin print style shirts, these sublimination print shirts, they get a little crazy and it's hard to tell. It's like a roofer's truck wrap. You don't even know what the hell they do. This one is good. It's got the water motif. He's got his logo, his company name on the front. But the other thing that he has, and again, this goes back to continuity in your branding. He's got the ECP certification logo on the card. And then he's re-emphasizing the fact that he's actually got it on his uniform too. And what does this tell me? This tells me that he didn't just go grab that logo from the interweb and stick it on his marketing material. It's actually a legitimate thing, and he's proud of it. And it's something that, he thinks is important enough to put on his uniform as well, displayed proudly. And, it really does give a little bit extra social proofing. So I think it's good.
Absolutely. The only okay, so if I'm critiquing it, and Matt, we have to do this because you signed up to be roasted, so I'm gonna see where I can find some angles here. I would say if we could take this background image of the house and we could just kind of dial it back a little bit, like we can even turn down like the opacity a little bit so it doesn't pop so much, because like when I'm looking at the card, it feels like everything is fighting for attention, right? So if I can just turn down that background image a bit so it doesn't pop off the screen so much. Mike, are you seeing if you're on?
No, I knew I was on. I could see my arm.
Okay, so if we could just turn down that background image a little bit, it won't pull so much from the other text on the card. The other thing is obviously pristine, clean windows. We could, I know this is the name of your company, but I would change it to pristine exterior services or something like that. And then, you could put like we also offer below that. The only other thing that would make this better is if we had some type of an offer. So if we're reading from top to bottom, left to right, I would maybe move the 5-star Google rating, and you could put like get 10% off of window cleaning when you purchase a house wash, or whatever the case may be. But this is one of the best cards that we've looked at. Every card that we looked at today was absolutely phenomenal. So like, as you guys know, we looked at Tyler. This was Tyler's card. It looked absolutely phenomenal. Notice it before and after, the social proofing, where you're sending people, firefighter owned, using everything, leveraging everything. And then, of course, we had Brent's stuff that we looked at today. Beautiful logo, continuity between all the different marketing materials. Like, these are all the little things that you guys need to be including in your stuff as well. Did everybody have a cert? Okay, not everybody. So Brent and Matt had the how to wash certification. But anyway, a lot of things that we could take from these guys' stuff. The other thing was they didn't design. I don't think they designed these. Like, they probably had these professionally designed, or at least they consulted somebody when putting these together, So hats off to you guys. A couple things we could probably tweak to get a little bit better result, but overall, you guys are killing it,
Yes,
right, Mike?
I love it. Really good stuff.
Okay, Mike, do we have time for like 2 questions?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 questions. This one just popped up, so we'll do. Oh, wait. So me and Mike had this joke before we started. Mike said you set the live for, it was 2 my time, 3 Mike's time. And we started an hour earlier, and Brent came on. Brent was actually the first guy that we did. Did y'all start at 2? I swore it said 3.
Hey, Brent, I apologize. It did say 3. Justin was like, yeah, screw Brent.
That's why you got to click that notification bell, baby, so you don't miss. All right. If you guys are watching this right now and you haven't hit the thumbs up button for us, please leave us a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. It helps the channel grow. I hate when people say that. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Mike, I kind of had a question. Big fan of the channel, by the way. How would you go about soft washing terracotta tile roofs?
Yeah, so terracotta, the barrel tile, you had a video years before we met that went absolutely batshit viral, Justin.
11 million. Yeah, okay, I have to say something about this video. Funny thing about this video is, when I released the video, when I found the guy, I said, oh, this is going to go stupid viral. I know it's going to go crazy. But when I released the video, I had people commenting, and they said, we're laughing at you in the pressure washing groups. And they ended up laughing me like 1 million views in the first 3 weeks of the video being posted. So it was absolutely incredible. Thank you guys for laughing. You laughed me all the way to the bank. But anyway, keep going, Mike.
Anyway, so with that video, there's a couple different routes that you can go with terracotta barrel tile, if you will. And one of the things that you need to be very cognizant of is some of these tiles have got some age, even newer ones. If you step on them the wrong way, you're going to crack them, right? And the last thing you want to do is damage your customer's property. I'm a huge fan, obviously, of soft washing first, but there are going to be scenarios where you are going to have to get maybe a little bit more aggressive. Maybe you're going to have to get a surface cleaner. Maybe you're going to have to use some higher pressure, but it's kind of a case by case scenario. Amp up your solution until it's starting to eat away, and kind of go from there.
Boom. Hey, and if you guys want the most extensive training with regards to pressure washing, soft washing, and everything in between, be sure to check out the How to Wash course. In it, over 6 hours of content, how to clean every surface on a residential job site, property protection, how to set up your equipment, everything. Like it's the real deal. So be sure to check it out if you haven't already. And
how big of a job would you tackle with a 5.5 GPM pressure washer and a 5.5 12 volt? We use 8-gallon per minute machines, and they do everything that we need them to get done. Prior to 8 gallons, we were using 5.5s, and there was no job that we would not tackle. In fact, it wasn't until maybe the last 10 years, 8 years, that we bumped up to the higher 8 GPMs. So there's really nothing that I would not tackle with either of those setups. They complement each other nice. If you need a stronger mix, obviously the 5.5 is going to help you out. Obviously, you're limited by the GPMs as to how much water you can push. A huge parking garage is going to take you a lot longer with a 5.5 than it would with an 8 or a 10. It's simple, basic math. But no, I wouldn't shy away from anything, but also understand what your capabilities are. A lot of guys might be brand new with a 5.5 and they're like, oh, I want to go do, I don't know, Mar-a-Lago or whatever his place is called down there in Florida. He probably not the best. Like, understand what your capabilities are before. What about for hotels? Get a lift? Yeah, you're going to need a lift.
Get a lift, baby. Come on. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of
Justin
Mike
actually got a
fucking
lift.
Asshole. Wait, what, Mike?
Justin went to Venezuela to get a butt lift. That's why he hasn't made any videos in a couple of weeks, because he's been
actually Brazilian booty lift.
Okay? Or Cody Super 16. You get that thing and you won't need a lift.
There you go. You can lift off the ground with that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Two of them.
Where can I get a pressure washing certificate? If you take the How to Wash course, at the end of it, if you've completed the entire course, we actually send you
the ECP certification logo for all of your marketing and your branding.
That's right.
And a lot of guys will say, hey, where's my certificate? And I'm like, okay, let me explain something. You do not need a certificate, a paper certificate. Nobody is ever going to ask you for a certificate. I graduated from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I've got a diploma on my wall. I have worked for Fortune 50 companies in multiple capacities over my career. And nobody ever once has said, can you please bring in your diploma? Nobody has it. Nobody's going to say, I'd like to see some certification that you know how to wash my house. No. But the beautiful thing is, when you do have the ECP certification, you get, and you complete the course, you get the ECP logo, which you can proudly display on all of your marketing, on your truck, on your wrap, on your uniforms. And it does add credibility. It gives you an upper hand, if you will, over a lot of your competition, because it does social proof your business. It proves that you are not just some guy that just like, oh, I went to Home Depot and bought a pressure washer. You've actually done a little bit more, and you've invested in yourself. You've invested in your business. And by that, you're investing in your customers' property and their value, because, you know what you're doing. So get How to Wash, and you'll get ECP certified.
That's why I put on all my job applications that I'm a Harvard med school grad.
Yeah. He also says that he's my son, and
I don't say that.
He says that all
that would hold no weight if I said, why would I say that, Mike?
I don't know. Some guy earlier was like, oh yeah, Justin wishes he was Mike's son.
That's a lie. Mike's son, Mike, is actually a really good guy, though. Hey, Justin, my middle name is Justin. I knew I liked this guy right here.
Yeah, I like him less now.
Wow, that's fucking rude, Mike. All right, we're gonna end this. Dude, we never used to curse on YouTube, but now it's getting more fun, and I think we can kind of start. Dad, I feel like we could start cursing a little bit more, because it's we're letting loose a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you guys got a problem with it, fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. All right, Mike, what's the word of the day for anybody who made this far in the video?
Fuck.
Okay, please do not leave that in the comment section. YouTube will ban you immediately. Okay,
For real?
give me another word. What?
I cuss at people in the comment section all the time.
What about tune up? We can
Yeah,
copy this.
tune up. That's a good one.
If you guys made this far in the video, comment down below, tune up. If you haven't liked the video already, what are you doing? Like, please leave a like on the video. If you want to check out any of the resources that we talked about in this one, we'll go over them real quick with you. You can subscribe to Quote IQ for $1 or My Quote IQ, any tier. Try any tier just for $1. And we're also giving away $5,000 to whoever is the biggest affiliate of Quote IQ.
Now, there are some stipulations, but
there's some stipulations. You got to be the biggest affiliate, though. In order to get your affiliate link, you go to settings. You scroll down to the bottom here to the affiliate program. Generate your link. You get 40% of the payments from anybody who signed up using your link. What?
Did you say 40%?
Yeah, big 4-0, big guy.
40% affiliate. That's what the affiliates get for Quote IQ.
It's crazy. It's the best deal.
That is better than any other affiliate deal I've
for
ever
the
heard.
lifetime. So you guys, you might not know this. Me and Mike have been affiliates for a lot of different softwares, and no one's ever offered us a lifetime deal, because if they did, we probably would have never made a Quote IQ because we'd be set. But now we own Quote IQ, and we wanted to give the best deal possible for anybody who wants to help us grow it, because we appreciate that.
Okay, I need to talk to you about this because I'm not good giving away 40% for the lifetime. These guys are going to kill it. That's insane. Oh my God. How many dollars is that?
That's a lot of dollars.
If
you guys made this part of the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the links down below. And until next time, I'll give this money, baby.